In a world of AI and algorithms, what still shapes identity? A literature teacher expands minds through field trips and real-world questions. Two student athletes find rhythm in the game and meaning beyond medals. One table, three voices, shaping how we live, learn and lead. I'm Chris Choo, and this is HOTPLATE SG60. Welcome, Hannah, Durrah, and Natasha. Thank goodness I got that right.
Hello, Chris.
Okay, so welcome to HOTPLATE SG60. It's interesting to see some of these objects on the table. I can see these are medals. I can see that's basketball, and I can see how these two things connect. But what's the hat about?
Oh, that's just like my emotional support hat. Like I brought it everywhere I would go, and I just keep wearing it for fun.
So why do you need emotional support today? You're feeling a bit stressed about that.
It's quite nerve-wracking. Yeah, and I always bring it everywhere I go. Like when I go overseas, it has been to Bali and Vietnam.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you girls play basketball?
Yeah, for quite long already.
What's basketball to you in your life?
I've been playing it since primary 2. I actually started playing it because my oldest brother played basketball.
Okay.
Then after that, I just gained an interest for it.
I started in secondary school. I mean, basketball is just an extracurricular to me. And it's also a hobby because I find it fun, And it's dopamine rush.
I'm in a student comm for my course. Yeah.
Student comm, what's that?
In my course, there's student leadership programs. Yeah, then I signed up for that.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm in business studies club. So I take I'm in diploma in marketing. So business, there's this study club called business study club for all business students.
Okay, that's really cool.
Then I'm in the subcommittee.
Yeah. And Hannah, you teach English Lit, right?
I teach English Lit, but I have a long-standing rivalry with basketball girls because I was from netball.
Oh, no wonder.
So then when my school started the basketball CCA when we were in Sec 3, we were like, these girls, Yeah. So that was...
it's interesting, right? The world is changing so quickly, especially just in the last 2 years, right? Mm-hmm. We have this thing called AI, I mean, this really... We've seen disruptive technologies before, but this is truly disruptive. I like your perspective as a teacher, and you guys as students soon to enter the job market. What's this all to you?
So I think the word disruptive makes us feel like this may not be a good thing because it has a negative connotation. But I do like things that disrupt because they make you pause, reflect, wonder, and then rethink how you might move on. So initially, I think when AI came out, the teachers were naturally worried whether kids would use it for homework. And obviously they do,
yeah.
But because the final exam, at least in Singapore right now, it's still pen and paper. So there's kind of the AI won't help you all the way. It may help you with your revision, may help you avoid some detention if it does your homework for you interim, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really help you. So what we try to do with the students is empower them to feel like they can still use AI in a way that prepares them sufficiently and meaningfully for the exam. Okay. So it's instead of saying, AI, this is my essay question, write my essay for me, it's hey, AI, this is my essay question, this is my paragraph, where do you think I can improve? Or AI, this is the rubrics my teacher is going to use to assess my paragraph. What are 2 things you think I can work on? So AI helps them be that teacher that is 24/7 because we can't be there and we shouldn't be at their beck and call, right? So this way, when they notice certain patterns in the AI feedback, then they know what to work on independently subsequently. Yeah, so we hope that in the way that we are approaching AI, where we are saying, no, you cannot.
Have you seen as an English teacher a drop in the standards of writing skills, grammatical skills?
Not in a significant way, no. But it becomes very obvious when AI has been used because you know what your kids write usually. And so if there's sudden maturity of thought or many, many grammatical sentences, sentences are grammatically accurate, then you're like... And the kids are normally not ashamed to say they have used it, which I find good as well. Because then they know that that's not fully their work. And even if I do give feedback, it's not going to wholly help them.
I use AI myself, but I've gone through the whole gamut of non-AI, so my brain is trained already. I just use AI for research, and it makes things so much quicker. But when you're in your formative years, where your syntax, your grammar, it's not perfect yet, and you start using AI, is that going to hamper you?
I think we also have to evolve with the times, because if that's how they're going to communicate and they're our future, then there's a little bit of, I guess, in inverted commas, pandering or customization that we need to do to meet their needs as well. And I think that's why it's so important that AI doesn't do the what for them, it just helps with the how. So the what is still coming from their own thinking, their own processing, and their own original insights. Yeah.
Natasha, what about you? Do you use AI?
Yeah, I think as like poly students, we use AI a lot for like projects and stuff, right? When we submit, they'll have like this AI percentage, like how much similarity we have to like AI. I think it's called turn it in. Yeah, so it's like if it's above a certain percentage.
Wow,
like
so you have an AI judging your AI.
Yeah.
That's how much AI we use.
AI checker.
Yeah. That's pretty incredible.
I think that's why the polys do have the checker, so that even if it's 20%, that means 80% is still human original thought that is probably more accurate.
So that we don't rely on like AI as much.
What about you, Durrah? What homework were you trying to complete this morning?
Actually, I was introduced in like for AI when I was doing my O levels and in Sec 5. And then like the teachers would like recommend us to use it to like do our revision. So especially for like English, and like I would write my own essay, and then I would like copy paste the whole thing, and they would like tell me which to improve. Then I'll like pick up certain keywords.
Okay.
But now in poly,
What's your course?
Product design. I think like my course heavily depends on AI. So like we will ask like AI to generate ideas, but sometimes the ideas are like not good enough, so we have to like rethink. So we just use ChatGPT as like inspiration to like the direction we're going to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, then we can also like, the good thing about AI is like we can see and imagine like our products in real life without actually building it. So
you know AI really is in its infancy, right? Are you guys not worried, teachers, business people, designers, that eventually you'll be totally irrelevant? I'm just asking a question. I mean,
I feel like
would you?
AI is like good, but there's like it doesn't meet like a certain standard. Like if you ask them to like change a little bit, it will still like have some certain errors that we like can fix it, but AI can't.
Okay.
Like for example, like you ask ChatGPT to generate an image, and then you tell Chat like every single detail that you want in the image, but it comes out like messy. Like let's say I want like this sentence, right? The words are jumbled.
But you know that this is in infancy, right? You know that in 6 months' time, ChatGPT would have like, wow. I mean, you take the smartest child prodigy, ChatGPT is learning much faster than this. You guys heard of quantum computing?
No.
That's the scary one. The history of computing is very interesting, right? So the traditional computer is just a series of yes/no answers. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, or whatever combination. And that basically builds a simple computer. But a computer has either got to be on, which is yes, or no, which is off, right? That's why there's a limit, because that takes time. Yes, no. And you just say yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. So your computing power is limited, it's finite. But what they are now creating is a quantum computer, where yes and no are simultaneous. It doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense. But this is quantum physics, where a object can be in two states at one time. So it gives you exponential computing power that's faster than your brain. So AI potentially could replace many, many, many things.
But then humans have had to sort of cope with developing technologies all the time. And what we have proven ourselves to be is adaptable. So I think rather than fear what AI can potentially be, is to adapt to what it can be, and to be open to how we can continue to also simultaneously progress our ability to manage and manipulate it, so it doesn't like control us.
It's interesting because I'm a great fan of literature.
So if I hadn't studied economics, I know this is strange to say, I would have majored in literature. Literature is at the exact opposite in terms of its spirit from AI. That's the way I feel. Literature is about slowing down, thinking, weighing, allowing something to have multiple interpretations. Basically being human, right?
I like that analogy, but I think where there is actually an overlap is how literature. Did y'all do literature at Sec 4?
No, I wasn't offered.
Oh, okay. But at least you have the like Sec 1, Sec 2. So I think literature encourages divergent thinking. It encourages different perspectives. And sometimes AI can offer perspectives that I couldn't generate because I don't have certain lived experiences. So I feel like it's not entirely different. They're not like at opposite ends of the spectrum, but it guides me or allows me to access different ways of thinking that I couldn't do by myself. Just like how you enter a book. You're in someone else's shoes. You're in a totally different country. You're in another gender. You may be another age. ChatGPT allows me to also do that in a safe way, which reading allows me to as well. So I'm not terribly afraid that they are polar opposites. The interesting thing is I feel literature is the lagging indicator for AI because, so for example, in the MOE syllabus, we have now our school portal called the Student Learning Space SLS, which is an online portal, which you can see the reactions to it. But now it has generative AI aspects to it. But for some reason, they can't get the literature syllabus or enough texts on it. So the literature teachers are the last people to use this platform. Because I think there are just so many texts and so many interpretations and so much historical critique on it. So even if my students use ChatGPT, it generates characters that do not exist in our books. It comes up with quotes that are not in our text. So they realize it's not reliable for them right now. So I kind of see it as a lagging indicator. So as long as literature is still very much alive, ChatGPT is nowhere near.
How is the traditional love of literature to read and understand and have a love for humanity and understand what humanity is?
So I just recently, we're coming towards the end of the holidays and we're having something called Consolidation Week for all the lessons for the Sec 4. So some of them are meeting me for consultations. I feel that they still have a lot of anticipation in the reading experience, and then they also want to see what ChatGPT has to say, but they still sit, immerse themselves in the text, check in with a friend, like, hey, did you read this part and how did you feel about it? And then come to me and like, Miss Anna, did you know that the writer, based on what ChatGPT said, actually wanted to write the main character as male, but then decided to write her as female? Like, why? So they still don't have the answers for that, but they have insights from ChatGPT that is probing even more thinking.
Okay, that's cool.
So far, I don't see much impact.
Literature itself, do you use it to teach or highlight, not in a blatant way, harmony in terms of tolerance between races and religions? Do you use it as a platform? Because it's really difficult to teach religious racial harmony. You can't go to a person and say, hey, you better, like your neighbor. You better respect your neighbor. But Merchant of Venice, Shylock, you can use it to teach about religious tolerance, racial tolerance, or the lack thereof, and make people think.
So I think it's the psychology of whether values can be taught or whether values are caught. So there is the CCE, Character and Citizenship Education, like syllabus where we teach certain lessons and we hope they glean values from that. But a lot of values, especially when they're young, it's values need to be caught by them, and how they can catch values is by talking about scenarios that they feel are not too far away from their lived experiences. But I wanted to use an international poem with the children. So I used one called Telephone Conversation. It's by a Nigerian poet, Wole Soyinka, written, I think, somewhere between the 1960s and 1970s.
Do you have that poem now?
So it's written about a Nigerian guy trying to rent from a British lady in, we guess, London or in the UK. And he has so basically when he asks her if he can rent, she says, how dark? Are you light or very dark? And he's in a telephone booth and he contemplates button B, button A. Should he continue this call? Should he, end the call? And then he pauses and then she says, are you dark or very light? And then he answers, West African sepia, down in my passport, etc. So he feels like basically the conversation is that there is an issue when you are of a different color. There's a tendency to judge and think that you're a certain way, and people don't want to accept you, or they don't want to risk whatever, troubles or dangers you might introduce. And initially when we discussed it, the children were like, "That you can't say that to someone. You can't say, are you light or very dark? Like, that's ridiculous," even if she's saying it over the phone. And like, oh my God, this is so, antiquated, like blah, blah, blah. We don't do that here. And then I was like, let me show you some material that will suggest otherwise. So if you just Google, you will see a lot of WhatsApp screenshots that Singaporeans, especially of minority race, have encountered when they are trying to rent property. And the kids were like, what? Like, they can't believe this is also happening in its own micro ways in Singapore. Yeah. So I think that's always the best way, rather than tell them what to do or how to feel or how they should behave, that to talk about a text, make them feel like it's not near them, and it's like we're just discussing this because then it's safe, because it's not near us, it doesn't affect me, I'm not part of the problem, and then show them actually you very much are. And now we need to do something.
You've got very well-adjusted kids.
It's a lot of very good planning lessons, and facilitating conversations.
How do you as the younger generation feel about race and religion? Are you all colorblind and religion blind? Doesn't matter, all are human beings, or do you still recognize differences in a good way or in a less good way? What do you think?
I feel like it doesn't, like, I mean, I don't really care, because like I've been playing basketball and everybody knows that sport is like a Chinese sport, so it's just like,
it's interesting.
Yeah, then after that, like, I'm like,
so it's like football is a Malay sport.
Yeah, exactly,
Okay.
exactly. So yeah, then after that, like, in TP at least, like, I think I'm the only like minority.
She's the only one that's not Chinese.
Do you just feel I'm at home here? I don't feel like...
it's actually like everybody's really nice and they still treat me normally. And like every time when we go eat dinner, they'll be like, "Oh, let's all eat halal food because Durrah is coming to join us today." But usually, like, I say I don't mind because I can just tapao and then just eat at the same table as them. Yeah, because everybody's just very welcoming, and like, I don't think we care about race
And
at all.
Natasha, you fasted, right? Why did you do that? I mean, to empathize, to feel what a Muslim would go through during Ramadan, or...
Yeah, because I fasted with two of my Muslim friends, and we've been like friends since Sec 1. So they've been asking me to do this for like 5 years. And then every year I'm like, okay, but then I don't do it. And then this year I was like, okay, let's do it. I just wanted to like go through it with them, Yeah, so I did it for a day. It's not that long, but yeah, I just broke fast with them and everything.
You did it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the fascinating thing about the younger generation, right? I mean, you guys are born much more accepting than the older generation. And I'm the oldest generation here. I come from real old school. It's like a lot of things I'm still adjusting to in this fast moving change in perspectives. In how human beings view each other, and how human beings interact with each other, which is a wonderful thing. I really like that.
In secondary school, we have racial harmony day, right? I think it's like quite cute how different races will wear like different cultures, like traditional costumes. So like Chinese people will always wear the Malay clothes, and then like I feel like some like my Filipino friends will wear like the Chinese traditional costume. Yeah, then like we just try to like be inclusive and try like each other's like ethnic costumes, which is like quite cute and like quite nice to see. Then we just like borrow it for a day. And especially for like Hari Raya, like usually we will go like for each other's house gatherings. Then we will like invite different races, and then we will like all collect like the Hari Raya money together. And I also went for her Chinese New Year open house. Yeah, I came in red.
Yeah, she's the only one that came in red.
Yeah, I was like, I thought we had to dress up. Yeah,
she's the only one that came in red. Yeah.
Very good.
Then
Very good.
I didn't know if you had to bring something, so I just brought like a gift. And I said, "Happy Chinese New Year."
It was so cute. She's the only one that bought a gift also. Because like everyone bought like oranges, right? But I didn't like tell anyone to bring anything also.
Yeah.
Then she bought a gift. That was like so
Wonderful. It looks like you two are very good friends, huh?
I mean, like we see each other a lot.
Yeah, we have training like 2 or 3 times
It's
a week.
not only friendship, but it's sort of chemistry. It's like, you guys are like cool, right? Hannah, any anecdotes about harmony in Singapore that sticks to your mind?
Yeah, so I think being in the school system makes me feel like we have certain expectations of what racial harmony should look like in Singapore, especially because we like do so much in school. We have racial harmony day and then they exchange outfits, etc. But I feel it's still not like filtering in sufficiently at societal levels. I do appreciate that the younger generation is more, I think they're actually more aware of the differences, but they are less judgmental about it. And I think that's important.
Why do you think they're less judgmental? It can't be because of the parents, right? I mean...
Well, partially. So I think some parents, I mean, I just give an example. It's not necessarily about racial integration, but I think the progression of parents or progressiveness of parents. So I'm also a Zumba auntie, which is not related to anything here, but like I love going for Zumba classes and I love just watching people at Zumba parties, so to speak. So yesterday we had this event in City Hall where there is a 12, I think he's 11 or 12. He's from Malaysia, this boy. He's somehow become a Zin instructor at this really young age of 11 and 12. And he's been invited to something called ZinCon, which is like a Zumba convention in Orlando. All the Zumba instructors get together. But he's not from a well-to-do background. And obviously they need some cash to support them to get there. So we did this as a fundraising event yesterday and his mom was there. And I think the way he moves and dances is not like typical of an 11 or 12-year-old boy. You know, there are like some sexy numbers and stuff like that as well. But I just thought like how progressive of the mom to be so out there with like, my son is pursuing this. He's 11 and 12. He's pursuing this. Not like a typical 11, 12-year-old Singaporean who is like buried in the, you know, PSLE preparation, etc. And I want all of you to be part of his journey and let's, you know, make this on, put this on social media. And I think the pride that I was seeing emanating out of her is just like, you so rarely, I compared that with, you know, meet the parent sessions and how they're like, you know, I already told you maths, you don't do by yourself. So it's like, I do see there is this change in the parenting styles and parenting expectations, but it may be happening at different paces in different places. But I think it's there, and I do think children are less judgmental because their parents are kind of hybrid generation, right? Like my generation, we had the like old school thinking, and then we were like, okay, inclusivity, diversity, like this is what all companies should be striving for. That is your, you know, KPI now, to have a more inclusive workforce and to have, you know, all abled bodies in the school system, etc. So I do think part of it is parents, and the other thing is actually social media. Because social media, well, it has all its like, addiction, but there are a lot of like great examples. I think there's all the examples you scroll through like on a daily basis, maybe 70% are like, I really want to do that. Oh, that's a really great idea. Or like, that's really, really nice. And like, I wish that happened to me, or I wish I could do that for someone. Yeah. So I think that also opens up their minds to how they...
So that's the positive side of social media. Yeah.
There's so much more positive, but we tend to focus on like the negatives. Yeah. So I think when I hear my students talk about how they like recognize the difference, but they're not judgmental, but they're like, be you. It's all because what they've seen influencers do or the song lyrics tell them to do, you know, So
very cool. Cool.
Yeah.
You know, sports. How has sports helped you in terms of how you approach life? I mean, take away your basketball. Would you still be the same person?
Definitely not.
Okay, tell me why.
I feel like because we started basketball quite young. Like she started way younger than me, but we still started basketball in like our developing years, right? I think it like shaped us into who we are today, be it like good or bad. Like the people like you meet through basketball is very different from the people you would meet in school. So yeah, we like... So
you played in a league, basketball league, or...
Like outside, like the basketball courts like outside.
Oh, outside. Yeah, this common...
like the
communal courts, right? Wow. So you met lots of new friends? You made lots of new friends?
But like usually the Pinoys will always like play as one group.
Filipinos.
But now they play 5-on-5.
Yeah, they will play the full court. You can't even train.
So they would come like en masse, right?
Yeah.
En masse.
But it's like really
cute.
fun to watch.
Yeah, it's like a gathering. It's so cute.
So how would you intrude in their game if you want to play? Are they receptive if you want to go and say, hey,
I never tried.
Yeah.
I'm so scared.
Just let them play.
Yeah, they look like they're enjoying like their bonding quality time.
Yeah. And usually they play like at courts that aren't very like famous. Or
Yeah,
like
What you mean you actually travel around Singapore playing in different...
Like actually I have.
Really?
I went all the way
Wow.
to like Sengkang, then I got play at Tampines, then got like specific courts that like has like good players.
Oh,
who
yeah,
play.
yeah.
Wow, that's cool. And these medals are...
This one we won last year.
Yeah, for
Who did you
Polite.
beat? These are silver medals, are they?
Who do we beat? We beat everyone.
Are these,
except
oh, these are gold, right?
No, this
Yeah,
is second place.
Silver,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I think we won everyone except IT,
Yeah.
which was our first game.
Mm.
Yeah.
We
It's
lost
a
by
polite.
like 4 points.
Polite.
Yeah, polite. But it was a really tough game. Like I think one of our games was like a really close match, and then like our captain scored 3-pointer, which made like a 1 point difference in like less than 10 seconds or something. That was so cool.
A
Yeah.
three-pointer means from far away, right?
Yeah,
I don't know anything about basketball, right? From far away, throw ball went in, right?
Yes,
Three-pointer,
that one,
okay.
Yeah, but it was so cool.
Yeah,
I think it was on video.
tape, yeah.
I think some professional camera was like filming,
Yeah.
and they posted it like 1 hour after our game, which is so fast.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, right. Yeah, not like last time back then in secondary school, they didn't have like professional cameras, but now there's so many. So we have to always be on our good side when we're playing.
Yeah.
You never know.
Or the cameras to see who fouled and all that, is it?
No,
it's like
it's like a fan cam.
Oh!
photographers with
Yeah.
Wow,
like
you guys
professional
are-
cameras.
Yeah. They will actually come down to like our
Yeah.
games to like take pictures.
Now there's like a lot of like photographers for like even secondary school. Last time when we were in
So
secondary school,
where
don't
would
have.
they put these photos on?
Like
Like on their own Instagram
Yeah.
page. Oh my god!
It's the really cute one.
Wait, do you show the sideline also?
Wow, that's a three-pointer, right?
Look at my celebration.
Where
You,
you?
you see that at the side we were all like standing and jumping.
Oh,
but can you not
let's play
see?
this again.
I'm this one.
Okay, number 8.
Yeah.
There's a video that shows us jumping.
I didn't get that one.
Oh, you
Wow.
scored.
You know why we were so excited? Because she only went in for like
1 minute.
yeah, it was like no, it was like the first like 20 seconds or something. That was the first like offensive.
Yeah, this is the
like,
first
possession.
ever time I played also.
Yeah, like for
properly.
yeah.
For TP. And he went in. I was like, oh my god, guys, he went in.
First time she touched the ball and then it went in. We were all so excited. The whole bench jumped.
Yeah. I was also jumping.
You were the one who shot the
Yeah,
three-pointer.
that's
Oh, okay, wow, okay. I thought when you said just now you were somebody else. You were. Yeah, that's amazing, man.
That's me, yeah.
Wow.
But it was such a wholesome video.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this one is what?
Oh, this is like so long. It's just a gameplay.
Oh my god, I was here also.
Oh, you were?
Mm.
But we didn't know each other back then.
Yeah, it's Toa Payoh, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Very cool.
Maybe I
got
play
injured.
with you in a
You take your students on lots of trips, right?
I'm really proud of this one because we just brought them in May to Sabah, Kota Kinabalu, Sabah, 24 students for a very ambitious trip that we called Tapestry. Because we were trying to stitch together interests in English, literature, art, and eco-stewardship. And we spelled tapestry with 2 S's and bolded TPSS because Tampines Secondary School. Yeah, so we really liked the word. It lent itself really well to us. Yeah, so this was at the Mari Mari Cultural Village where we got to interact with 5 of the larger tribes in KK. Yeah.
What are they? Dayaks and...
Yes, and Lundaye.
Okay.
That's one of the tribes, and they show you how they build the houses for each of the tribes, and then they also let you taste some of their food and their
the
drink.
rumah panjang,
Yeah,
the
long
houses, right?
Yeah, the longest longhouse in Sarawak is more than 1 kilometer. Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, imagine if your toilet is right at the end of, and your bedroom is at the other end, right?
See, that's what we practically think about, right? My students are like, oh, wow, can actually practice our 2.4 we run. I was like, why is that
you
the
run
first thing that's coming to
Yeah,
your head?
run 1, 2, and half. That's it.
So funny. Yeah, so that was in May. So then we went to a local school there, St. Francis Convent, and we did a physical school tour of their school, and then we showed them a video tour of our school before we did our art project together. Yeah. So that's us with all the kids and the principal there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. So this also on the trip, we visited a commercial art gallery and then we visited a home art gallery. So the lady in black in the middle with the bluish print on her shirt, So her name is Christiane, and she opens up her home gallery, which is actually in her attic, to visitors from the public, but you need to book ahead. So she was our mentor for the art project. You can see the kids are holding some frames. So our exhibition is called Frame or Be Framed, where we create frames through which many people look through. So it could be photo frames, TV frames, spectacles even. And we want them to think about what's the impact on the environment. You know, we like to frame other people and the oil spill is their problem. Like they don't litter, but actually, are we doing enough for the environment? Yeah.
Okay, so that's fantastic. I just like to summarize this whole thing is that my mom was a teacher. She's retired now, and the amazing things about great teachers. I mean, my mom's vocation was she could have been a lawyer, anything she wanted, but she chose to be a teacher. And till today, my mom's nearly 80 now. There are 60-year-old guys coming up to her and saying, Mrs. Choo, do you remember me? And she says, yeah, you are. And then she waits for the person to give the name, right? Teachers hold such a special place in your heart because they're so much a part of your life. They are like a parent, isn't it? And we always treasure our teachers.
The thing is, when we get the name, all the memories will come out. When I see your face, I know who you are, but I just cannot give you your name. Yeah, because we teach like over 200 kids every year. That's
amazing. That's amazing. Okay, kudos.
Yeah.
Now, let's go cook in the kitchen.
All right.
Go. Okay. Ladies, I'm going to be cooking chicken paratal.
Brought to Singapore in the early 20th century by Tamil migrants, chicken paratal became a home-cooked staple, dry, intense, and deeply flavorful. This family heirloom recipe begins with onions, fried deep and fragrant. Add curry leaves and a bold mix of spices. Add bone-in chicken, no coconut, no gravy, just thyme and flame, as the masala clings to every bite. Paratal means stir till dry, and that's where the magic happens.
Alright, so we're going to add in some oil, minced shallots. So interesting thing about onions and shallots, right? If you want your gravy to be thick, you add in more onions. As it cooks down, it becomes thicker, right? So I'm adding in some cinnamon, I'm adding in some star anise and some cardamom, some salt, curry leaves, okay, now I'm just going to blend this.
What do you blend? Oh, wait, I can't what is it?
Okay, so okay.
Because I'm new.
Okay, so in goes the chicken.
You guys like spicy food or?
Yeah, how spicy we talking?
Now we are going to cook some sodi, which is coconut milk cooked with spices.
Oh wow.
Sodi came with early Tamil migrants, green chilies, caramelized onions and fresh coconut cream. This elixir was served in wedding feasts and as a confinement food.
Help me stir this.
Okay, go
Make sure it doesn't burn. Grab the handle here.
Yeah, I'll put it.
Just, yeah, that's good.
Okay, never stir it.
You see, the purpose of stirring, it's to keep it from sticking and burning. So this one is interesting. We're adding some mustard seeds, cumin seeds, just a bit of fenugreek seeds. In go some onions, green chili.
Oh yeah. This one is good. Yeah. So you did a modern clay pot, like where we use the handles.
Scoop in, twist. Scoop in, twist. Scoop
And
turn. Yeah.
Wow, we got mics. I forgot about mics up. Yes. These were my essentials.
Too lazy.
Yeah. So you see, it's cooked down. What we have done is cook it down.
Oh, that was nice.
So this adds flavor to the coconut milk.
Coconut milk is the last ingredient.
Yeah. Add in some coconut milk now.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to eat it. Oh, that's your Mr. Coconut. Yeah. You see, it's like,
Look at that.
I don't know what I did.
Help me keep an eye on that and stir that.
Sure.
Just gently. This one gentle stirring.
It's a bit like cakey.
You don't want the santan to pecah. Pecah means split. Macam kelompok.
Hello.
Okay. I'm gonna move back there. If ladies can just come right here. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Now I'm gonna add in some more coconut milk.
That hot inside.
Okay.
Colour
Just
is
let
very
it simmer.
nice.
Yeah. Add in this chili powder. This is curry powder.
Skills.
Okay. Okay. We've got a special kind of Indian rice. It's called Sona Masuri rice. And it should taste great with Indian food. Come. Can you all help yourself and drench your rice in this? Anybody like drumstick? Me. Come.
I think there's a couple.
Thank you. You like also? Yeah. Oh, okay, we share.
Oh, come. Let me give you some of this magic sauce.
After I eat it, can I do magic tricks?
What magic tricks?
This is a magic.
No, I'm not funny enough.
Sorry.
Alright. Okay. Okay, makan.
Wait, I love this. Wait, I ate this in India. It tastes like gunpowder. It's some orange powder. And you put it with your rice. It tastes like cheese.
It's so hard to like chat over a meal when the food is so good. You just want to like savor everything.
Eat first.
It's really good and I'm really hungry. I feel like cooking takes a lot of effort.
And like motivation.
Yeah.
Like everything, right? Play basketball also takes effort, right? Eating is the most fundamental need of a person. You gotta eat, right? Shouldn't you develop that skill?
Yeah.
Cheers!
Sodi and paratal!
Watch us on
HOTPLATE SG60!
They came for literature, basketball, and sodi. This table held stories and second helpings. In a world shaped by AI and change, it's dishes like these that keep us grounded in who we are together. Watch more stories on HOTPLATE SG60.